Hello, Sudoku fans. Welcome to the New York Times Hard Sudoku this March the 9th, 2023. I didn't get around to record the Times Hard puzzle yesterday. I recorded another video and I did something that probably was a mistake because that video took almost 3 hours to render and it made my laptop utterly useless during those 3 hours. Let's see if I have more luck today, and let's see what we have to deal with today in terms of difficulty. The New York Times has been a mixed bag lately, so let's see what's happening here. Well, right out of the box, I can see that the 7 must go in this square here. There's no need for big explanations, I think. And a 1 must go in this square or in this square. We only need 3 more digits for the column here, and that's going to be a 1, 5, and a 2. So there's a 2 here, and there's a 2 here blocking, so this is a 2, and these now have to be a 1 and a 5. The 1 blocks over here, making this a 5 and this a 1, like so. That was relatively painless, I think. There's a 9 blocking over here, and the 9 blocking down, making this a 9. We also have 2 2s now blocking up like so, and a 2 blocking over here. So the 2 must go here. And that 2 in combination with this 2 and the 2 down here forces a 2 to go here in the top row. We need two more 2s. Yes, they have to go here and here. And they'll have to wait a second, I think. I see the 4 blocking up and the 4 blocking over. Therefore, one of these is a 4, and therefore one of these must be a 4. And therefore, one of these 2 squares will have to be a 4. The 2 others will have to be a 3, by the way, the 3 blocks here. So these are 3 and 4s. And the 3 blocks down here. So the 4 must go here and the 3 here. And that puts a 9 in this square. Now we got 7s blocking across and a 7 blocking up. Therefore, this is a 7. I'm interested in this column here because it has 5 givens already. We need to dig up a 1, 4, 6, and 8. There's a 1, 4 here, and there's a 1, 4 here. So a 1 and a 4 must go here and here. Therefore, these two must be a 6 and an 8. And this cannot be an 8, therefore it must be a 6. And what did I say? 1, 4 here and here, right? So therefore this is an 8. We know that 2 and 8, 2 and 8, 2 and 8 puts a 2 and an 8 in these 2 squares here. And given that this 6 is blocking up here, that puts a 6 in this square, doesn't it? So 2 and 8, the 2 other squares now must be a 7 and a 5. Let's see. 5. So yes, so a 5 would block up here, wouldn't it? And across here, making this a 5. Across here, we will still need to find a 1, 4, 8, and a 9. It's an 8 and a 9 here. So this is a 1, 4. There's an 8 and a 9 here. So, and we know that this is 1, 4. So these two are 1, 4s, and these two have to be 8 and 9. Let's see if we can do something with that information. Not readily, I'm afraid. A 1, 4, 8, and a 9 still leaves a 6 to be found for one of these 3 squares. Oh, talking about sixes, we have two sixes here giving me a six for free in the corner cell. That was nice. And these squares now must be a 1, 4, and a 5. And given then now that we have a 4 blocking over here and we have a 4 blocking down here, so we can enter a 4 here with confidence. What did I say? 1, 4, and a 5. Where does it leave us with respect to these 4 digits? They have to be 6, 7. No, they have to be a 7 in and 9. So 7, 9, 1, 4, 5. A 2 must go over here somewhere. And a 3 must go over here somewhere. So these are 2s and 3s. 1, 4, 5. 9 and 7. 9 and 7 here, making these an 8 and a 5. And therefore, this square must be a 9. I have a strange feeling that that was a very roundabout way of finding this 9. But so be it. We found it. At least I hope that is correct. And if it is, yes, then we found it. Let's have a look at these empty squares here. They have to be a 1, 5, 6, and an 8. 8 here somewhere. This is a 1, 4, 5. We know that. So let's see about the 6. The 6 must go in one of these squares and therefore in one of these squares. But we kind of knew that, didn't we? Anyway, this must be a 1 here because the 1 blocks here. This one rather blocks here. So this is a 1. So still 1, 4, 5 for these squares here. We can't do anything about those yet. But maybe we can do something about the vertical issues that we have here. We are still missing 4 squares, namely a 3, 4, 5, and a 7. 4, 7, this is a 3, 5. 4 can't go here. 3, 7, this is a 4, 5. So let's say, yeah, 7 must go here or here, right? Therefore, 7 must go here or here along with a what? A 5. So these two are 7 5s. Can we do something with that? Apparently not immediately. We still got the 1 4 here and the 1 4 here and the 8 9 here and the 8 9 here. But we found a 4. It was so easy. It was there all the time. It was staring me right in the face and laughing at me. This 4 blocks here and here. This 4 blocks here. This 4 blocks here. What's so hard about this? I ask myself. And therefore this is a 4. These are now a 1 and a 5. So remember how this square was supposed to be a 1 or a 4? Now it cannot be a 4 anymore, so it's a 1, and therefore this must be the 4. 8 9 here still, 8 9 here still. 1 blocking down, giving me a 4 here and a 5 here, as per earlier analysis. This lonely square has got to be a 1 as well. So now we have a possible 1 here and a possible 1 here, and they will have to wait until I get to them. 3 and 6 here, 3 and 6 here, 3, 5, and 7 here. But no buts. But there is a 4, fortunately, blocking here, and there's a 4 blocking here and 1 blocking here. So this is a 4. And we now have all the 4s in this grid. And that took away a square that could otherwise have been a 3. So now that we have this 3 blocking down and this blocking over, this square must be a 3. Only 3 more squares to deal with in this box number 5, namely a 7, 5, and a 6. So one of these must be a 6. And that will block up here, and that blocks over here, making this a 6. Therefore, this square must be a 6, and so must this. This square is the only available one in the column for a 6 now, and we have all the 4s and all the 6s. Only one square missing here, and that has got to be a 3. These two now must be an 8, and an 8 can't go here because of this 8, so it goes here while I'm thinking about the other digit, which looks as if it's going to be a 5. Making this a 5. Now we are looking at a 7 and a 3 for these squares. There's a 3 blocking over here, so the 7 has got to go here and the 3 here. We're still looking at an 8, 9 here, and we'll probably continue to look until the bitter end. But let me have a go at these two squares. They have to be a 7 and a 5. No, really? Well, we'll just have to wait a little longer. What about these squares up here? A 3, 8, and a 1. There's a 3 here. There's a 1 here. Oh, hang on. No. 3, 8, and a 1. Then we have to just, grab the low-hanging fruit and do this one here, because I think that is within my mental powers to figure out that this is going to be a 5. These 3 squares must be a 8, 7, and a 2. There's an 8 and a 2 in this row, so this must be a 7, and these are now 2s and 8s, and therefore this square must be a 7. Making a 7 out of this square. This square now firmly belongs to a 5, making this a 5 as well. Now we got all the 4, 5, 6, and 7s in this grid. Still no 8, 9, 8, 9, but we are fixing that now, because since this is an 8, 9, it follows that this is also an 8 or a 9, and we do have a 9 in the row. So the 8 goes here, the 9 goes here, and the 8 goes here. And that should do the trick. Now this is an 8 and this is a 2, making this a 2, and this must be a 3. Therefore, this square's got to be a 9. Only one square missing in this column, and that is a 3. These two must be a 1 and a 9. We got a 9 in the row. So the 1 goes here and the 9 here, and therefore this is a 1, and this is going to be a 8. That was a painless puzzle today by the New York Times. Thankfully, because this is my 3rd video today. I'm working a little bit ahead of schedule because I am planning a 3 days, 2-night trip to a mountain town, 150 kilometers from here, from the 16th through 18th, a couple of days before I leave back for Europe for the summer. If you can call that summer. We had snow in Copenhagen yesterday and today. So I'm not really looking forward to that. But my half year here in Vietnam is coming to an end, and I will have to wait until October before I see Vietnam again. For now, thank you for watching, and goodbye.